Hello and welcome to First Issues. I'm JELLO'S, and this was amazing. Miss Marvel #1 is written by G.Willow Wilson and drawn by Adrian Alfona. Sorry if I pronounced that right. And it is awesome. The art is beautiful. Its writing is amazing, and Kamala is a really great character. Ooh, and she even...
Hon, have you seen my hoodie?
I am the night!
Huh. Oh, ha! Huh. Must have left it on the couch. Yeah, I know. It takes me forever to put one of these on. Greetings and salutations, I'm the Archivist, and this is a very warm couch. What was I reviewing again? Miss Marvel #1. It was a good issue, actually. The story though is kind of bog standard at this point. Teen has a relatively leniently strict family that just doesn't get her because she's 16, and so she goes off to a party and, as always, hijinks ensues. But don't worry, she's a Muslim. It's completely new and innovative. Actually, this is kind of one of those things that I liked but really didn't like at the same time. Camilla is one of the most cliched characters I've ever read in recent history, hitting every teenage girl beat that every writer seems to write, but on the other side, it's a perfect way to show that there's not a whole lot of difference between a household based on Christian morals and one based on Islam. However, this makes everyone's praising of it as relatable kind of a wash, because it's only relatable because it's just that cliche. So I think it's a progressive spinning of the wheels. Not that I'm saying I hate it. I actually really like this. The dialogue was really good, and you do get the feel for the family when they pop up for a page or two. The art is a mixed bag for me, though. Sometimes it can be really great, and other times... There's this one thing when the art style becomes broader and more cartoony for her fanfic, but it doesn't stay confined to just that segment. You see it right before and a few times after, and it loses a lot of its gusto. So my final verdict is buy it on hard copy. It's a fun story. It's a great read that won't disappoint, but it's not a 5 out of 5 like a lot of people are saying. I haven't read all of Infinity or any of Inhumanity, so I thought the Bang Baby Mist was kind of weird. Yes, I just made a Static Shock reference in 2014. Yeah. Anyways, next on the list is Turok. Turok is best known for the video games. Not a lot of people really know that it started out as a Gold Key comic. Even I didn't know that. And has in fact had 7 different comic companies under it. Western, Dell, Valiant, Acclaim, Dark Horse, and now Dynamite Entertainment steps up to bat. The story itself is actually pretty unique in that it's about Turok, a shunned member of a Native American tribe, and we get to see a lot of building the character, showing how he prefers to be alone due to his past, and then fucking dinosaurs attack. But don't worry, they take out the dinosaurs and everything's okay until the fucking Templars pop up. Wait, what? Wait, what year is this? Huh. 1210 Anno Domini, or the year of our Lord, 1210 AD, and Manhattan, with dinosaurs, Templars, and Turoks. You know what? I have to read the next issue. The title is written by Greg Pak, who does a good job on it. The actual plot is relatively simple to follow. It's a solid first issue for a forward-moving story, though in a vacuum, you could nitpick that it doesn't have enough to be a solo story. But it's an ongoing, so... As for Mirko Kolak on art, I am so sorry if I butchered that name, I really liked it. For lack of a better term, it's nice. There's a few times where you can see how tacked on the backgrounds are, but I think the backgrounds may have been done by the colorist, with just how afterthought they feel sometimes. Other than that, though, the art's decent. According to my Golden Age comics contact, this is in the same vein as the Gold Key, which is what Dynamite is best known for. So, for my honest opinion, if it sounds like an interesting idea, or if you've ever played the games, I've only ever played Turok 2, Seeds of Destruction, so I had no idea what to think going into this. But I'd honestly say wait for the trade. If it sounds interesting and you really need to buy it right now, fine, buy it, read it, go for it. But right now you can read it on the shelf, but definitely pick up the trade if the story goes the way it's going. Up next is from DC Comics, Joker's Daughter. After the Iffy Villains Month issue, I was skeptical about picking this up. I didn't think that Joker's Daughter as a one-shot would be anything of substance. I'm glad to say that I was wrong. The plot, for the most part, is that we get to see Joker's daughter. I'm just going to call her Duella, even though I'm pretty sure she's not supposed to be the New 52 version of Duella Dent, but it's just going to make saying Joker's daughter so much easier. So, we see how Duella merely found Joker's face floating in the sewers, but to her it was a religious experience. She goes on a veritable pilgrimage to try and find her new god, confronting Batman about it, breaking into Arkham Asylum, and then ultimately having the doll maker sew Joker's face onto hers. And it all ends with her getting a note tied to her cat that simply reads, "This is something that needs to be read to really be understood. A lot of the depth and field does get lost in a simple summary, but before I get into the writing and confuse some people, let's talk about the art. Megan Hetrick's art fits the character and the writing to a T, giving a chaotic realism to the entire comic that enhances Marguerite Bennett's writing." I'm sorry if I pronounced anyone's name wrong here. Speaking of the writing, it is amazing. The entire story doesn't just show us Duella's quest to find her metaphorical father, but gives us the internal workings of who Duella as a character is. And frankly, here's where I'm probably going to get the most flack. Both this and Miss Marvel came out in the same week, and both have central characters that do reflect heavily on the comic fans as a whole. You have Camilla Khan, who is for all intent and purpose the light side of being a fan, with writing fanfics and not letting her passion for the medium take over her entire life. But then you have the darker side, which Duella encapsulates with the complete worship of the Joker, letting her obsession and praise over him really reflect upon her life and, or well, lack thereof. The difference, basically the comparison of the characters is the difference between bronies and Talabronies, or people who decide to threaten Dan Slott's life over the whole Superior Spider-Man thing. But even larger than that, these two are both the best representations of the difference in Marvel and DC storytelling. Marvel went with the fun, though nothing new and kind of safe, story of Miss Marvel to great praise, and DC decided to experiment with that sort of idea, making a much more mature read, which no one else seemed to know came out, besides me. I'm not saying that Marvel's better, I'm not saying DC's better, I'm just saying there are two sides of the same coin that people only want heads, they don't want tails, and all that. I'm probably cutting this part out, yeah. So anyways, my verdict is to definitely pick it up. It's a one-shot that showcases great writing, good art, and kind of a thought-provoking concept if you think about it. With that, I'm the Archivist, signing off. Do 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 do.